let's talk about when learning occurs. Learning occurs when you are the most uncomfortable. With that being one of the biggest lessons people have taken away from me when I train them or mentor them, I thought we'd kind of walk through how that works. Because it's not, I didn't make it up, it's how you learn every new skill or habit that you actually do. Initially, whenever you're creating a new habit, you are unconscious and incompetent, meaning your life is perfectly fine without knowing what you don't know, and you don't know how to do it. But at some point, somebody points out that you need to learn something. Maybe it was a program for work. Let's go with that. So you join a new company, and they say you're going to have to learn how to do Excel spreadsheets without any help. Now you're aware that you're aware of something you don't know how to do, and you don't know how to do it. But in order to work your new job, you're going to have to learn how. So this is how you do it. One, somebody's going to show you, but then you got to practice, right? You have to actually, through repetition, work at doing that. So that's how you're going to go from this. Clearly you can tell I don't do a lot of this stuff. From conscious, being aware and not knowing how, to having to think about it, but now you're competent. So somebody's asked you to put that Excel spreadsheet together. Before, when you didn't know what to do, you learned how. Now you have to think about how to do it still, but you can kind of stumble through it on your own. And how did you get there? You got there through practice, not by somebody else doing it, but by you doing it. So where do you think the next step is? Absolutely, if you said unconscious and competent, that is the top of the learning habit. So once you actually get to being unconscious and competent, that means you're doing it out of habit. And there's things you do every single day you don't think about. They're just a part of your routine. Almost 92% of what we do in a day is unconscious and competent habits that we use. So why do I mention this? It's mostly because of this section here. What I've found as a trainer and as a leader, most people don't like this stage. This stage is what I like to call the fight or flight mode. Because when you're conscious but not knowing how to do it, that discomfort is hard to push through. If you're aware of it though, being aware that, okay, this just means I'm aware that I don't know how to do this. But if I can either research or have somebody show me how to, and then practice that, the more I practice, the quicker I can move up this ladder to being this happy guy up here who's dancing and knows how to do it without even having to think about it. So the next time you're challenged to learn something, you don't know how to do it, rather than dismiss it and say, that's not important, I don't need to know how to do it. Recognize, be aware of why you feel that way, where it falls in the levels of learning, and push yourself to move through it. I hope an understanding of this supports you. If you have questions around this, which is the 4 stages of learning, feel free to shoot me a message or leave a comment. But I thought maybe being aware of this will help more people really raise their level of understanding and knowledge, challenge themselves to do more things that otherwise they just would say, I don't know how to do it, and I'm just going to be okay with that. And then help somebody else along the way.